Hi. What happens when the museum decide to build their own AI chatbot? And more importantly, what do visitors actually ask? Over the last 3 months, we deployed our own AI chatbot. And the result quite surprised us. It was quite a ride. At first, we looked at available commercial solutions, right? But we ran into big problems. So one was the available platforms couldn't be really customized. So there was a big one. But then there is a vendor walk-in. We knew we wanted to extend the system in the future, add new features, connect to database, and switch AI models. And that can be complicated with commercial solutions. So we decided to build one from scratch. I built a custom frontend for visitors. At very first, user can choose their language. We also built our custom backend that does two important functions. One, it locks every user prompt, and second, it keeps our API keys safe and sound. The goal was simple: to design a chatbot in a way that visitors can ask any question. They can query about the current exhibition, about the price ticket, but also practical info, like where are the toilets. And we knew that people don't like installing applications, so instead, we design it as a web app. You simply scan a QR code and then open it as a website. You choose your language and you can ask questions right away. Inside the museum, we placed 2 QR codes, one here and one upstairs. People being people, they surprised us in numerous ways. So one of them was, for example, instead of scanning the QR codes, they were trying to interact with the tablet itself. Another thing that we encountered was that in the interface, there we're missing a submit button. So after 2 months of feedback, we redesigned the interface completely. And just show us how the ChatGPT-like interfaces kind of shape the expectation of the people. The chatbot was in production over 3 months right now, and naturally we were curious, like what are the questions that people are actually asking? And surprisingly, the biggest one was kind of like personal questions. So it was like things like, how are you? How was your day? How old are you? And it kind of like shows you that the chatbot for people is not just informational source, but they want a conversational partner. And based on that feedback, we decided to implement the personality. So we added the personality of older, helpful brother that will give you the information, but it can also crack a joke from time to time. And it helped a lot. And only after that, there was the other category that was the information about the current exhibition. So people are asking, like, what's the Langwau model of Prague? What are the districts that are inside? You know, how much it costs? What is the opening hour and stuff like that. Of course, when you deploy AI in museum, accuracy matters because people trust you. So we solved that by using Retrieval Augmented Generation. In simple terms, the chatbot always search our knowledge base first before answering the question. The problem we run into is like the commercial platforms like OpenAI, they don't provide the direct citation from which the AI chatbot formed their answer. So again, we needed to create our own for this. That is able to provide you exact sentences that the AI used to form the sentence, so you can better check if it is lying or not. But you might be asking, you know, like why this matters, why you should pay attention, why do I even need a chatbot? The thing is that nowadays people use AI more and more, and they will use more and more the AI chatbots. So AI chatbots kind of like become this new channel. They become the web search. So instead of web search, people will just ask AI. And we want to be whenever the user is, as a museum. Instead of relying on commercial services that can change or stop at any time, we focus on transparency. So this is important because we will tell you exactly how we do the text search, how do we search your database, we tell you which AI model we used. And this is important for also historical reasons, so that researchers in 5 years They will know what system we use and what technology used, and they will know the limitation this system has.
Okay, let's look at some practical application here. So this is my document search system I created. And you might be asking, okay, why? So the reason is that if you use a tool like OpenAI, you can also search documents and return answer from AI based on these documents. The problem is it doesn't return the exact citation, so you don't get the content that it used to form the answer, and you don't get the exact metadata for it. And there was a problem. So I wanted something more trustworthy, something more robust. So what you can do here is you can upload your own document. So you provide title, author, summary, maybe some keywords, when it was published, etc., the document itself, and then you click upload. And then you can see it here in the listed documents. And this is running MCP protocol. And what that enables is that now you can connect any AI chatbot to this service. So not only mine, but any existing one. So here we are in LM Studio. And I can ask, so when was the Antonin Langweil born? And what it does is now it's calling the tools from my MCP server. So it's using the list documents. So first it tries to query like what documents are available. And now basically we can call the search document tool, and it will try to get all the relevant citations for my question from the document. Okay, and now it's giving us the final answer, and it's also providing exact sentence that it used to, provide this answer. Now, another cool thing that we can do is now we can call this from another front-end service. So here I have my own front interface that's more suitable for web search. And you can see we get the answer as well. But now the nice part is now we can, format the citations as we like. So here we are showing only the final answer, so what the AI tell us. But also, you can see, we have this source link included. And if I click it, now, it expands and show me the exact sentence used to form that answer. And also it shows me the title of the book and the author of the book. And we can see all the metadata on the side here as well. So if I wanted, I could have returned more. So if that interface would be maybe for restorers or professionals, then we can also even open the whole book and just scroll down to the exact wording that the AI searched and used to answer your question. And that should hopefully give you more confidence in knowing if it's truthful or not.
If you are interested in implementing AI chatbot or document searches or connecting to your art collections to the chatbot, then feel free to contact me. I am Vojtěch Leischner from Methodical Center for Implementing AI in Museums, and this is Museum of Prague. Thanks for your attention.